Whacked back into the neutral zone. Martinal after big hit by Conroy. Lead pass for Howard. And he Granado skating away with it. Granado. And he's pulled on the ice. Chelios brought it in. Look at
Crackers Corner with Tim McLean and Don Cracker.
So Don, what do we want to talk about?
First of all, before we get everything started here, I just need to get a few things off my chest. And don't interrupt me.
Okay, what do you want to get?
I said about the interrupting. Jeez, you know, the National Hacked Out League's gone right down the toilet this season from square one. We got a commissioner who's gone completely off his rocker. First of all, I want to talk, if you give me a minute, I want to talk about the conspiracy that's been happening in this league. Now, for the past 3 seasons, there's been a dynasty going on here. Cracker's dynasty has been going off without a hitch. 2 consecutive championships, 3 cup finals, and then all of a sudden, it's all over. Or is it? It is. It isn't. It is. Is that right, Blue? It is. Because we got this commissioner who comes along and changes every single finite statistic we have to measure our great fantasy game.
Like what?
I told you not to interrupt. The penalty minutes are gone. Why, oh why, have the penalty minutes gone through the roof? All of a sudden, an even strength goal, even strength assist, hard-working boys getting those points, that isn't worth anything anymore. We got Steve Dowdy going out throwing 35 points a night. Now, who can compete with this? Oh, I know. Maybe the guy who set the league up, who's in first place by a long shot. Then, if that wasn't enough bad news to make this a good league, you know, I like the hitting and the fighting, but I don't need guys getting points for falling down.
How so?
They're falling down.
And how do they get the points?
The guy who tripped them got the points. Are you paying attention?
Okay.
Listen, the more and more I work with this guy, the taller he seems to get. I don't know what it is. Every year it's the same. Did you hear something?
No.
Anywho, I just want to say that sometimes things in life are unfair. Like these goaltenders. Everybody knows, like in the NHL, the CHL, even these guys back here, you build a team from the goalie out. And the goalie out is the foundation. Now, some of us, not naming anybody in particular, not the commissioner though, protected some goalies last season. Okay, good. The goaltending is absolutely imperative in fantasy hockey. And then, oh, I don't know, when you manipulate the simulator and make goaltending worth nothing, nada. Your protects are worth
Nothing?
even he gets it. Now, some of us got off better than others. And I want to say to that poor team, they protected those goaltenders. I don't know what to do. Somehow they still managed to stay afloat, brought on some new leadership, and they're turning things around. But bring back the goalie points.
So why don't we do a little word association?
Not just yet. There's something else I want to get off my chest. There's a few other things that bother me. Co-owned teams. Why do we need to have co-owned teams? All these teams, none of them do it any bit better. We know who's really running them anyway.
So you're talking teams like Mike and Derek?
I'm talking about teams that are Mike and Derek. Derek set up the entire league. You know, it's all on Derek all this time. You know, like I don't think Mike is involved at all. And of course, you know, we got all this banging and tussling.
Well, is Mike really a fan of all the being?
Mike's not a fan of the Goons. Why would he be? He's only this high. Come on. Let's do the word association.
All right, word association. Let's go. How about poor Robert?
Poor Robert. That would be the name of my next dead dog.
Okay, how about Giba?
If you're gonna chirp, save it for the French and the Europeans. We don't need anybody chirping any more in this league than there already is.
What about the Ice Queens?
Those 2 girls have seen more rubber than a dead deer on the Dawson Highway.
All right, what about Tricky?
Tricky, Giba 2.0. If Tricky could make a trade other than sending broken Tyler Sagan all the way over to the Dallas Stars in exchange for Giba's other team, we'll just call it Giba 2.0.
Alright, and what about half?
Oh! fresh off of the Twitter pages. Hef's divorce finalized from Corey Perry. He's now steady with Evander Kane.
Awesome. So what do you have left to get off your chest there?
No, I think that's about it. I think in the consolation round now is a good place for Team Don. And we're going to look forward to tanking for McDavid.
You think you're going to take him first overall?
If I don't take Connor first overall, listen up everybody at home. If you don't take Connor McDavid first overall, whoever wins the consolation round, you know what? You're about as useful as this brand new coat and this brand new lapel and this tie. I mean, you gotta have some more class in the league than that. Even if he doesn't play for a whole fantasy year, Connor McDavid's worth taking right away.
What about Jack Eichel?
What about Jack Eichel? What about Jack
He used to
Eichel?
have the beers.
Listen, you're supposed to be a role model for the people at home. You can't be on TV, YouTube. You can't be out there just drinking all day long, pulling Hulk Hogan books out of your bum. You can't be doing that all day.
Where's Pearl Jam?
Pearl who?
Pearl Jam.
Okay, let's talk about Bobby.
Bobby Orr?
Bobby Orr. If we could have two divisions, the Cracker division and the Bobby Orr division in this league, it'd be so much better. Maybe we could make goaltending a little bit of a component too. Who knows?
Before we go, just gotta say, like his jacket, looking sharp. What do you have to say to the kiddies out there?
Kids at home, what I want to make very clear is you want to play fantasy hockey to the best of your abilities. You don't want to tank just because you lose. That's what the Europeans do, and we don't do that here.
And the Maple Leafs.
Kadri. Kadri's a name to remember. Remember because he'll be on the waiver wire for a long time.
Alright. Why don't we say goodbye to the boys? And girls.
And Blue.
And Blue.
Good night, Blue.
Cheers.